Mean Girls are a very popular movie genre, series genre, and it's really cool when you are like watching it. It's really fun to watch about it. But when you're actually experiencing them or seeing them or dealing with them in real life, it's not so cool anymore. I've had my fair share of experience with Mean Girls. And in this video, I just want to talk about how I dealt with it, what was my experience, some advice that I would give to all the other girls who are going through this. Before anything, hi, I'm Preet. If you're new here, let me give you a quick introduction. Not gonna take much time. If any of these topics that you're seeing on your screen right now interest you, if you like watching such content, consider checking out my channel. Just go check it out. And if you like it, consider subscribing because that would make my day. Coming back to the video, Mean Girls. Okay, quick story time here. Okay, so I went on a college trip and I was really excited about it. This was my first trip with friends. My so-called best friend stopped talking to me on the train, and along with them a lot of friends, apparently friends, or so I thought. My friends just stopped talking to me. Like nobody would talk to me, like just not, like they would outright ignore me. Okay, it's okay, we'll make new friends. And I was really thankful that I made some new friends on the college trip, and I'm so glad to call them my friends because they were throughout with me through the trip, and it was a good experience. I'm not saying that, but these people, my friends, or so-called friends, let's call them so-called friends, were in the other compartment. And whenever I used to pass through that, or go through that, or try talking to them, I could see that they were talking bad about me behind my back. And I was like, okay, you just know, okay, the looks, your stares that you get, and the sudden silence when you walk in, you just know, okay. But I was like, you know what, don't get it in your head, it's not that big of a deal, people talk. And see, I've been making content for a long time now, like at least 4 years now, 3-4 years now. So I have had people who are like, she makes content, she's so cringe. And my classmates saying this, she's so cringe, she posts on the internet, she posts this on the internet, blah, whatever. But I could see that they were talking about it, but it's okay. I was like, not a big deal, right? It's not something I'm not used to. We reach there and there's lunch, okay, and my so-called friends are sitting. It was a buffet setting, so we had to go fill our plates and we had to go sit at a board. So there was like a huge table and all my so-called friends were sitting there, and there were a lot of empty benches, okay. And I was the first one in my I don't know how. I was like, there was few friends of mine that were really nice also. My real friends, okay, my real friends. I was among the first to take the plate and go. Everybody else went to the washroom. So did my sister. I have my sister in my college with me, so she also went to the washroom. I didn't go. I took my turn and I went to sit. I kept my plate here and I was about to sit on the seat, and then somebody puts a bag there. So-called friends, they put a bag there and they're like, somebody's sitting there. And I know that it's their bag, nobody's sitting there. I was like, okay, I'll sit on the next bench. And then they take that bag and they put it on the second seat that I'm trying to sit, and they're like, somebody's sitting there too. And I'm like, right, okay, I'll go sit on the third in the opposite seat. So I take my plate, I go all the way here and I put the plate there, and I'm like, as soon as I'm going to sit there, and they're like, somebody's sitting there too. And there were not even that many students that could have fit in those tables. But I was like, okay, I see what you're doing here. You don't want me sitting at your table. I don't want to, honestly. So I took my plate and I just directly went and sat on a new table that nobody else was sitting at. And I saw them doing this to another girl. Like, you know what? Come here. This table is free and everybody's invited, okay? Not including in the group photos, not including you in any of the photos, and saying this is the batch when we are standing right in front of you and we are not invited to the group photos. A girl, a mean girl even told me when I got dressed. I was really confident and I was wearing a wonderful dress, and I just got ready and I was looking fantastic, okay. And I go down and a girl, so-called girl, comes up to me and says, ew, what the hell are you wearing? You should just go change that. You look ridiculous, okay? Like, are you trying to embarrass us? Just change that, please. That's like me putting it in a good word. So I've had my fair share of mean girls, okay. And this is just one recent experience that I had, and I was like, damn, some people are just so bad. And on that moment I felt really insecure, obviously, because nobody else was around, and I was like, shit, what the hell, am I wearing something wrong? So much was happening all at once, this is just happening in like a gap of 1 hour or so, and they were back to back things. I'm just telling you 1 2 3 things, and I felt really overwhelmed, and I was like, why is everybody being mean to me? Did I do something wrong? It got to a really bad level. I'm away from home, I'm surrounded by all these so-called friends, and new people, new strangers, I'm in a new city. It can get a lot, honestly. I was like, we are too old to do this. We are in college now, we are not doing this, but apparently some people still are. I went to the washroom and I was really overwhelmed at this time, and I was like, what the hell is happening? Why are they doing this? Like, why are they being so mean? And I was like, just so overwhelmed, and I was like, you know what, why do I care? I thought that I looked amazing in that dress before she commented on it. And to be honest, if I look in the mirror right now also, I do look amazing and I am slaying. I came to realize that they lose all their power the minute that you stop caring. The minute that I was like, you know what, I don't want their approval. Why do I want her stamp of approval? I'm feeling amazing. Why do I need that approval? Why do I care about what she's saying? Honestly, do I really even want her opinion? Because how bad of a girl do you have to be to say that to another girl? And that's when I realized the biggest thing. Okay, they have power. They have the power to affect you as long as you are caring. The minute that you stop caring, so the minute that you stop giving a hell about their opinion, they lose all the power, because now you don't care. If you think it's uncool, fine, I don't care. The second thing that I realized, that there are going to be mean people all along. I thought that once I'm out of school, mean girls will go away. They did not. They were still there in junior college, just in a different person. Then the same thing happened in college. There are always going to be people who are trying to put you down as long as you are shining, because the reason that they are trying to put you down is that you intimidate them, that they are scared of you. Honestly, they are scared that you are shining, and hence they try to put you down. Because I always say this, that you work on getting better yourself, but when you don't do that, you try to put the people above you below. You try to pull other people down so you can feel better about yourself. That's what they're doing. They're trying to pull you down so they can feel better about you. They can feel like, oh my god, I have this so-called power in their head. So there are going to be mean people everywhere trying to pull you down. You need to learn how to deal with them, not avoid them. Because I was like, you know what, I just have to deal with this for a year or two, then I'm out of here. And I've seen a lot of people do that, where they are like, I just have to deal with it for a few months, then I'm out of here. There are going to always be people in your life who are trying to put you down. It's better you learn how to deal with them than to avoid them. I want to put a disclaimer here. If somebody is bullying you really bad and it gets to a level that is physically dangerous to you, or is actually really dangerous to you, or it crosses a level that you cannot deal with it, I want you to reach out to someone. Reach out to helplines, reach out to your college, reach out to the place where this is happening. There is literally no shame in asking for help. It takes a lot of guts to reach out to help. So I'm really proud of you. So if this is going to another level, reach out for help. It's a strong, powerful move. There's literally no shame in it. It is a brave thing to ask for help. So if somebody is doing it to you, somebody is bullying you really bad, there are laws that help you, that there are people who are going to help you against this. So if it's getting to another level that you cannot deal with, and if it's getting to a physical level, please reach out. It's a brave thing to reach out. Okay, so coming back to the video, there is the third thing that I want to say is that cool is subjective. Cool is constantly changing. So-called mean girls are always like, you are not cool enough for us, as if you are cool enough for us. But fine, cool is really subjective. It changes from person to person. It changes from the type of people you are around. Okay, some people think that studying is cool, some people think reading is cool, some people think that debates are cool, some people think that wearing good fashion style is cool. Am I saying good all this while? I meant to say cool. So it really changes from people to people. It's very subjective. What you find cool, I may not find cool. What I may find cool, they may not find cool. You do not have to fit into their idea of cool. The best thing that I have found to deal with these people is that focus on your goal. Okay, what are you here for? What is your goal? Leave all these background noises behind. There are always going to be people talking behind your back. What is your goal? If you are in college, what is your goal? Are you here to study? Then focus on your studying. Focus on your lectures. Focus on getting the knowledge that you are here for. If you are here for socializing, then turn it into a socializing opportunity. Socialize with other people. Try socializing. This is your chance that you can socialize. It will give you a bigger picture into does this even matter? Because you are not here to impress these so-called mean girls or so-called cool kids. You are not here to impress them. You are here for a personal goal of yourself. Focus on that goal. Please hear this carefully, please, okay? Because this happens really unconsciously, I feel, because we are surrounded with so much media. Being outrightly rude to people is apparently cool, and these so-called mean girls, we put them on a pedestal thinking that they are the cool girls. We want to be like them, because media has portrayed them always to be the it girls, to be the cool kids, to be the aspiring ones. In so many series and so much media around us, always these are the girls that have it all, right? That is not the reality in real. That is so not the truth. These girls, stop putting them on a pedestal. They are not superior to you in any way. The only superiority ladder exists is in your head. Realize that the person that is putting other person down is always coming from a place of insecurity. These people who are putting you down is probably because that you are triggering some insecurity in them, and to deal with that, they are trying to put you down. They are trying to make them believe that you are inferior to them. Mean girls are just insecure girls, and they do not have a healthy way to deal with their insecurities, so they try to put other people down so they don't have to deal with their insecurities. Please hear me out on this. Mean girls are just insecure. They are not superior to you. One thing that I really want to say is that in real world, your work shows up for itself. Your hard work, your principles, they matter. I know in a lot of times when you are in college or in school, it feels like getting their approval is the biggest thing in the world. I totally get it. I've been through it, girl. I have been in your place, okay? So I get it that it feels like it's the biggest failure and you cannot be in their group, or they are trying to put you down. But in real world, how you are really matters. Your principles, your qualities, how you are as a human being, these all describe your approach to life, your approach to anything that you do, your discipline, your hard work. These people actually lose a lot of power in the real world. I genuinely believe this. I genuinely have seen this. You can't run a business by putting the other business down. Honestly, I own a business. I'll give you an example there, that these mean girls cannot be mean to their customers, and if that's what they learn, that's what they do, they won't get customers, okay? You cannot run a successful business by putting other businesses down. No matter how much you do that, you will not have a successful business. You may pull the other business down maybe a little, but you will not have a successful business by pulling the other business down. Honestly, and running a business myself, I would definitely say that having other business owners as your friends and supporters and being friends with other businesses is a way better thing than putting them down, than trying to find flaws in this, trying to pull them down. In real world, your principles, your qualities, your genuinely good human qualities like kindness, empathy, your understanding nature, just being kind to everybody, these things matter. And even if it doesn't matter your work life, it will help you in your personal life, because that changes the approach that you have towards life, okay? If your approach to life is to put other people down, is to make other people insecure about them, I cannot even imagine the kind of mental state that you live in. And honestly, there's no worse karma I can see for anybody is that you are trapped in your own head, in a negative head. You are trapped in a negative headspace. That's the worst karma I feel. That brings me to the next point, is that imagine here you are, okay? Imagine the difference, that you are here chasing your goals, chasing your life, chasing what you actually matters to you, while they are spending all the time in their life about you thinking about you, talking about you. How much free time, how much useless time do you have to have in your life to constantly talk and think about another person? Imagine the kind of life where all you do is talk bad about another person, try to find ways to put the other person down. Imagine that life. I don't want you to have that life, okay? You are here living your life, focusing on your goals, not caring about what other people are doing or how they are doing, how well or how bad they are doing. Chasing your dreams, failing maybe sometimes, but trying again and again, failing and trying and learning, while they are here just talking bad about you, trying to find flaws in you. Do you seriously want that life? I mean, come on. They are wasting all this time on you, and here you are living your own life. So the best revenge and the best thing that you can do is stop caring about what they are saying. It's just background noise. They're always gonna come. Leave the background voice behind and you focus on your dreams, your goals, your life, your dreams. Chase your dreams, chase your goals, focus on your work. Let them talk, who cares? Let them waste all their time, all their precious time that we do not have unlimited on you. You do not waste it on them. You do not waste your time caring about them. You spend it on yourself. Okay, girl, learn to have standards in your life, even in your friendships. Okay, the whole thing that when these mean girls are affecting you is because that you do not have standards in your life. You think everybody can be your friend. You should be friends with everybody. You need approval from everybody. First of all, you do not need anybody's approval as long as you have your own. If you think it's right, if it makes sense to you, go for it, do it. You're never gonna have everybody's approval. In fact, there are going to be times when you'll have nobody's approval, but if you think it's right, go after it, okay? Secondly, the main thing that I'm trying to say is have standards even in your friendships, okay? We talk about relationship standards all the time, but you need to have friendship standards. What kind of people do you really want in your life? Okay, because your environment shapes how you are, how you see life, and everything about you. You like to admit it or not, people that you surround yourself with do influence you. In a good or bad way, they do influence you. There's literally a lot of psychological proof on that people around you are going to influence you. The songs that you listen to, the media that you listen to, the lyrics that you listen to, the books that you read, the people around you, they all influence you. It's the truth. So in fact of debating, no, I'm not influenced. Instead, focus on what you're surrounding yourself with. Especially the people, their thoughts, their beliefs, their motivations, their inspirations are all gonna affect you, are all gonna influence you. So be freaking choosy. Start having standards with who you surround yourself with. It's be surrounded by people who inspire you, who are not trying to pull you down 24/7. Do you really want to be surrounded by people who think that commenting how bad you look is a cool thing to do? You really want to be surrounded by such negative energy? Do you really want to be surrounded by people who think that bullying is cool, who think that mean things and saying mean things about them is cool? Do you really want to be surrounded by them? Because those beliefs, those thoughts are gonna affect you in the end. And do you really want to be that kind of person? You need to start having freaking standards in your life, in your friendships, in your relationships, any people around you. Be choosy, be attentive to who you are surrounding yourself with. In it that you stop filling the space in your life with cruel, rude, mean people, you make space. The minute that you empty that space, the minute that you remove these mean people from your life, you free up space for good people in your life. And I cannot tell you the impact that good, positive, uplifting and people that inspire you can have on your life. Surround yourself with uplifting and positive and people who encourage you and who inspire you. It's really important to surround yourself with people like that instead of people who are constantly trying to drain you from your energy. I need you to hear it. I am with you when I say that what you went through was not easy. It is not easy. Dealing with bullies, I know it felt like shit. I know it did not feel good. and it never does. I am not trying to undermine your experience, but I need you to hear that them being unkind to you or mean to you does not give you the right to be mean back to them. A person being mean to you does not give you the right to be mean back to them. I know kill him with kindness is something that irritates you right now. I did with me too, but honestly, I'm telling you, you keep being kind. You still keep being full of love. You do not have to deal with them. You do not have to give them your kindness and empathy. But you go on in your life full of love and full of kindness, making sure that you do not make other person feel how you felt. You know how it feels. You do not want anybody in the world to feel like that. Right? Being a mean person being mean to you and then you being mean back to somebody else or to the same person, this cycle keeps going on and on. You do not want to be in that negative headspace where you are trying to pull people down. You're trying to pull down a mean girl. So that doesn't make you mean. It does. Just because they are mean to you, do not give you the right to be mean back to you, because then you are no better than them. Because either kill them with kindness, because I genuinely believe that so many people have been so mean to me and I have still stood my ground and been kind to them. Because your cruelty and your rudeness is not gonna diminish my love, my kindness to you or to anybody in this world. But I get it, okay, not everybody deserves your kindness, honestly. Some people don't, and honestly, instead of being bad or mean to them, just don't bother. Don't give them the attention, because if a person keeps being mean to you, irrespective of the fact that you are being very kind to them, very patient with them, and they keep being mean and rude to you again and again, just don't bother, because they are really just here for the attention. And the back and forth game, just stop giving them the attention, honestly. Be like, you know what, I have dealt with you enough. I don't want to deal with you. You do not deserve any attention of mine. You do not deserve my energy in any matter. That's the best thing you can do. Stop feeding their thirst for attention. Because trust me, baby girl, retaliation does not work. It just creates a cycle of back and forth, and you are just stuck in that cycle. We do not want to be stuck in the cycle. We want to get out of it. We want to stop the cycle. We want to get out of the cycle. We do not want to be back and forth. Who's being rude to you? Blah, blah, blah. You do not have to explain yourself in every situation. You do not have to be right in every situation. You do not have to, explain your side of the story to everybody. As long as you know, people that matter to you that's enough for you, baby girl. Do not retaliate, okay? That just creates a cycle and they will feed on your attention, okay? They want to build that cycle. They're so bored in their life that's what they want. Their life is so boring, so empty, that all they can do is get some excitement from this cycle of back and forth. Let them be bored in their empty lives, okay? You do not enter into that negative headspace. Honestly, brings me to the end of this video. I honestly didn't want to make this a long video, but okay, it's whatever. I just wanted to share my thoughts. I just want to end this video by saying one thing, that do not let the hate and the rudeness and the crudeness and the bad things in this world diminish the love that you have in your heart, the kindness that you have in your heart. The world is a good place, even though you might think that you are surrounded by really mean people, really bad people who are like being really bad to you. I can feel you. It can feel like, world is so harsh and the only way to get by is being harsh. It's not. Keep that love in yourself. Keep spreading love. Keep that kindness in your heart. Protect that heart. Protect that softness in your heart. Because trust me, love, there are good things out there. There are good people out there. You will find good, loving friends who care about you, who will uplift you and who will encourage you. Don't let few people have that power over you that they stop you from believing in love in the world. There is love, my love, and please remember that. That basically brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you're watching till here, thank you so much for watching till here. I love you so much. Anyways, like, share, comment. You know what to do. Like, it really motivates me. Every like, oh my god, comment anything and everything, because that really makes my day. And I'm like, oh my god, somebody took time to comment on one of the video that I made. My god, that really makes my day. Okay, that really motivates me. Okay, honestly, this video also, one of the comments from my last video motivated me to make. So it really motivates me. I will keep bringing you good content. Okay, I will. Okay, so really, like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, because that really makes my day. That's how I'll keep doing this. Okay, with that, that's all. I love you, right?